To attempt to unpack everything that this course taught me in just 5 minutes would prove to be impossible. Every week was a learning experience of its own identity that somehow consistently brought me back to the same overarching conclusion that was this: a career of risk, challenge, and independence through entrepreneurship is what's right for me. The story of my relationship with this course is as follows. The time was January of this year as I scrambled to fill the last hours of my schedule. On a Saturday night, I received a text from a mentor of mine urging me to contact the coordinators of an entrepreneur's lab class. Why not, I said. After all, it seemed to supplement my studies for the entrepreneurship minor. Come to find myself 2 days later, sitting in a room with some of the biggest movers and shakers at UNC. Students young and old, all with passions that drove them to the startup landscape. My learning really began through my observation of them. I sat down alongside them, uncommitted and uninspired. Then, every Monday for the next few months, I would find inspiration. Sometimes it was through text. In 0 to 1 by Peter Thiel, I was encouraged to stop only working for myself. Rather than find comfort in copying the formulas that work and clinging to what's known, I realized how much more satisfied I would be by pursuing vertical progress in my career. Do new things was my new motto. Go from 0 to 1. Creation was a recurring theme, and at the heart of the classroom was an inextinguishable need to innovate and build. Builders is what we are known as by Jim Clifton, CEO of Gallup. I will never forget the feeling of presenting in front of one of the country's greatest minds on the subject of his own ideas. My eagerness to impress and appear as if I were a student of entrepreneurship literally made me into a real one. After my Born to Build session, I would go on to read every book left on the reading list. I felt I had a lot left to prove. This feeling grew stronger as I walked through the grounds of the Frontier, a facility developed by community leaders that saw the need to encourage innovation long before others did. This course opened my eyes to my own fortune, that I attended a university with such powerful tools and venues at its disposal. At this point, I made it a goal of mine that I will use my surrounding gifts to find success and rightfully give back to such a supporting ecosystem. Sometimes I was inspired through connections facilitated by this program. I met Bill Bobbitt, a young CEO who left the steady job he had always been pushed to pursue in order to found a company he needed to exist. I went to class the next day only to hear about how students my age were already willing amazing things into existence solely through their grit and hard work. Speaking of grit, it was a demonstration of it by every national thought leader and every leading entrepreneur that sealed the deal on my future. By merely listening to Todd Pope, I got the dose of unstoppable determination I so needed. He took me along a storied journey of ups and downs that brought me out of my seat and compelled me to dedicate my future to the entrepreneurial experience. These are just a few examples of the lessons that have so quickly made me so sure that my future is as a founder. It's going to take everything I have, but it has to happen. Granted, I'll concede a few years of my career for ideation and professional training, as I believe those skills are necessary. But I'm already certain that I won't be satisfied until I've taken the plunge into something greater and something that's of my own making. Also, in thanks to this course, I know more of what to expect: controversy, uncertainty, conflict, and a whole lot of failures. But this experience, through books, peers, and mentors, has instilled with me the awareness, intuition, confidence, and winning attitude that will defy any trial in front of me. Thank you for this opportunity to learn, and I cannot wait to see what the next era of entrepreneurs, including myself, has to offer. To attempt to unpack everything that this course taught me in just 5 minutes.